Bonjour tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Thank you so very much for your wonderful responses, and I am overwhelmed by the support, by so many comments, and also to know that how many of you are really keen to know what exactly the new format is about, and specifically the Compréhension Orale, which has become a real pain point for most of you. So this is going to be the video which you must watch before you even take the TEF Canada in the new exam format, so that you know specifically how to prepare well, what exactly has been changed, and you prepare yourself enough to crack that particular exam in the new format. So let's go to my PC and let me share my screen with you guys. Stay tuned.
Okie dokie. So let's start our video. And first of all, let's understand what exactly the changes that you're going to find in the Compréhension Orale. So this quick short video is all about the new pattern only of listening. I will make a separate video for the reading. And mind you, for the ones who are not aware of it, this pattern has been changed with effect from 11th of December 2023. Prior to that, it was definitely the old pattern. So whenever you decide to take a new exam now, the pattern which I'm going to talk about today, the listening bit which I'm going to referring today, is something that you're going to work on. So let's start. So this the important thing is that before you even go to the format is to know with effect from 11th of December 2023, if you score anything above 434 in comprehensive écrit and comprehensive oral, which is listening and reading, then you are entitled to get CLB 7, which was before 450. So it's a great news. And those of you do not know about this news, you can go ahead and watch the video. I'll put in the link here. And for the expressive ICRIT is 428, which was before 450. Again, a great news. Thumbs up. For the ones which are expressive oral, it has gone up slightly, not like a big shock, because it's just 456 as opposed to 450, which was before. Of course, if you get a little bit more, like 462, 472, 494, awesome. You get better score, you get more CRS score point, and that is, of course, a lot better for you. Moving further to the pattern. Now, the old pattern have had 60 questions. Now the new pattern has 40 questions. With the time which was given before, allocated before for the comprehensive oral, remains same. It was 40 minutes before, approximately like 42 minutes, 43 minutes, and it is still the same. Though the number of questions have gone down, the duration of the audios have gone up. That's one. And second, now you get a little bit more time to comprehend and answer, which was not the case before. People who have taken the test before 11th of December would surely understand this fact, that earlier the rider was really quickly moving and you were just not able to comprehend much and strategize your answer, and would was able to answer. Now this is not the case. You would be given enough, not ample, but enough time to understand and of course frame your answer. To On this note, I also want to mention the pattern still remains multiple choice questions. It is not that you have to write a complete sentence like in the Delphi you do sometimes. So it is still multiple choice questions, which is great. The first part is of the level A1 and A2. What does it mean? For the A1 and A2 level, you would have four questions and you will be given a dialogue. Now, you will be here given four dialogue, and you will be asked to listen to the conversation between two people and decide or indicate the design which they are referring to. So I will give you an example in my next slide. Again, it's a multiple choice questions. You will be shown 16 images, or I would say four dialogue, and the number of questions in this section are four. So you're going to attempt four questions in this particular section to the level of A1 and A2. The example is here. So you will be given four designs: design one, design two, design three, design four, and you will be given a question like this, which is given, and the example is conversation de desa. So here you will be given four multiple choice questions, and you will have to answer. So this, I think most of you should be able to get it, because this is just to the beginner level, like A1, A2. So I recommend, like, don't follow, don't lose your marks to this one. Just get all four of them. Moving further is a section B, which is annonce public. It is similar to the format which was there before. So I don't think there is much change here. So the number of document you will be uh, tackling with are four, again multiple choice questions, and you will be given four questions in this again. So four question in the A1 section, four question in this A1 to B1 section. This is about that you will be given, you will be listening to the audio of the public announce which is done in the public, and here you will have to respond that what exactly the reason of that announce is. For example, that if it is promotion of the legume, if it is about the sale, any, if it is about any event, what exactly that announce is done for the beginning of the show or ending of the show or pause of the show, particular show, spectacular. So this is about the announce public, again four question in this section. Moving further is a section C, which is again an easier one for you guys. For the ones at least to the level of B1, please do not lose your marks to these sections at least. The number of document that you're going to get in this one is six, and the number of questions are also six. So far, four question in the section one, four question in the section two. So I count this as section C, which is equivalent to section three, and here you will get six questions. So total 14 questions are gone. Now in this one, you will be given the answering machines, as in not answering machine, you will be listening to the recordings of the answering machines, and you will have to of course respond and see the choices, the multiple choice questions, and understand what the reason of the call was. It is still similar to what you have had before, I mean in the old format, wherein you will be asked to mention the reason of the call. For example, if the mother is calling to a son for the lunch or for the invitation, or she's calling to invite for a party, or maybe for some other domestic work, so you will have to respond to that what exactly the reason of the call was. Again, I repeat, six questions, easy to attempt. Do not get these wrongs, because these are the high chances that you can get all of these rights for sure. Next is D, which is B1 to B2 level. Here you will be given three small audios, and again multiple choice questions. For the D sections, you will be given six, as in total six questions, and again you will have a choice. So this is similar to what you have had before, who have taken the TEF before. So what you do is you are given a one opinion based question, like do you think if this uniform should be obligatoire or mandatory in the school? Do you think if the kids are eating the healthy food? So if you will be listening to the three code audios, and you would have six questions, like six questions in this one, and you will be asked to respond to the questions like does the responder who would respond to the audio agree to this, do not agree to this, do not have any opinion, or is nuanced means biased, like I agree, I do not agree, to complete to the point of view. So this is about the B1 to B2. This could be little tougher for the ones who are not very familiar with that kind of a format or B1 B2 level understanding, but not that tough, guys. Still, it is it is possible to score much in this one. And so far we are done with 20 questions. So out of 40, so far we have reached already a half level, which means that you would know by now if this was easy or not for you. Moving further, so this was an example of the micro trottoir, the one which I just told you about, the opinion based question. So you can have a look at this example, and let me tell you, the snip is taken from Prep My Future, because that is the most authenticated website to understand what exactly the new format is. So definitely, you, by all means, you can go to Prep My Future and can get all of these in details. Now, moving further is this section E. Now, section E is our fifth section, wherein you will be dealing with two documents, and you will be asked to respond two questions. So it will be a small monologue which is not repeated again. So none of the document in the new format is getting repeated. So you will be asked to listen to the emisio de radio. That means a radio channel or radio channel, and you will have to respond to the question which is given here. So you will again have four options, and one sole response is correct. That means you would have the one question and one answer is correct. You will be asked to deal with two document, and you would have to now treat questions. So example is here right in front of you, something like that, a small, nice, good document, and you will be given four choices, and then the question is asked and you have to respond. Chronic is something could be little tougher for the ones who do not have a great high level of listening. For that, I highly recommend. Okay, I don't recommend anything right now because let's go to the last two of the video and then I will talk about the tips and tricks and the recommendation. Let's just first understand the format. Now, the next one is section F. So far we've reached to section F, which is B2 to C2 level. Now, it is all about interviews. Now, for the interviews, you will be given a document to listen to an interview, which is about 100 to 180 words. You will have to deal with three documents. So, the number of questions that you're required to answer are six. So, this is again something which you must score well. Not sure if you would be able to get all of them correct, but again, if you prepare yourself well for the interview questions, then this is how it's going to be. Like, journalist is asking what is your opinion about the product of bio produit, and the specialist is answering, and what exactly the invitee has explained, and you will be given a multiple choice questions. One answer is correct, no negative marking, and the total number of questions that you'll have to deal with this one are six. The next one is the section G, which is C1 level. You will listen to one document, one audio of 500 to 600 words. The number of questions you will be attempting are two, and it will be a very long document of around 2 minutes 30 seconds. So, which seems to me a little tough, like hard nut to crack. So, because this is the one wherein most of you might not be very familiar with and how exactly I'm going to deal with. So, just listen to the audio, read the questions, and see if you're able to deal with it. Otherwise, just leave it because it's any which ways two questions. So I'm not saying that leave it like do not attempt. But if it is so tough for you, then of course you just have to click to anything and get those marks in case you get that right. The last but not the least is the rapportage, which is section A. Section H. I'm sorry. Now, the section H is about B1 to C2 level. Now, here you will be listening to 10 documents and they could be anything. So, it's a document divers. Document divers, that means here it could be a monologue, it could be a dialogue, it would be something which is short, 60 to 150 words. And here you will be attempting 10 questions. So, this is one where you really need ears to be trained and to be dealt with it nicely, because this is something you can't really mess up with. 10 questions is like a good score and deal, or you make it or you break it. It's something like that. So again, I don't have a precise example of it because this is something I've taken from the Prep My Future. But yes, the more you listen, the better you get, and that is how it becomes. So far, I think we have covered now total 40 questions, which is exactly the new format is about. And let's now switch off my laptop and let's just understand that how exactly we can go ahead and talk about the facts, that what exactly the books or the material, the tips and tricks that you can really work on, which would really help you to do well in the exam.
Right, so now you know how exactly the format has been changed. So the people who have taken the TEF before, for them it could be little different, but trust me guys, it's not really that hard nut to crack or something which is impossible. So I'll tell you now what exactly you're supposed to do. First of all, we have all the new audios mentioned in this book, which is something has been launched for the new TEF format. So I have ordered this book from Amazon, and I got this like in $28 in Canada. I'm not sure what would be the price in India. So this is something that you can get a hands-on practice. The second important source, the non-negotiable source, is definitely Prep My Future, because Prep My Future is the authenticated website where you can find all the audios, the new format, and everything what is required to be done on the to crack the TEF Canada exam, Compréhension Orale. Now comes the third point. The third is definitely a go-to tool should be RFE, because RFA is something where you would get a lot of chronics, the interviews, and this is a website where you would learn a lot of vocabulary, train your ears, do a lot of listening, because that is where you going to get your hands on practice, which is super imperative before even you sign up for the exam. And last but not the least, you can definitely join our coaching, because I have now introduced a listening section separately, wherein my coaches and I trained separately only for the listening, for the one especially who feels that listening has become a real pain point and do not really have enough time, patience, or materials or guidance to crack this. So you can definitely feel free to contact us, and I would be really happy to customize it for you and help you only with speaking or writing or listening. If there is anything else that I missed in the video, or you want to know more about it, let's say you want to know about the reading format, please put it in the comment, because that's how I get to know how exactly I'm supposed to help you, and I'm extremely happy to help you. Please let me know how exactly what are the points that you really are struggling with. If it is speaking, if it is tips and tricks, if it is about center, when you should sign up for the exam, and lastly, how exactly this all process of French learning can help you in Canada. So feel free to reach out to me on my email address, my WhatsApp number, subscribe to the channel, and like the video, share the video, and stay safe and healthy. Bisous, merci, au revoir.